If you have ever tasted your own sweat, your tears, or the blood from a minor cut, you already know a fundamental truth about your body. It is remarkably, undeniably salty. For generations, most people have brushed this off as a simple, random quirk of human biology. But if you look beneath the surface, there is a profound mystery hidden inside our autonomy. Mainstream science and evolutionary researchers look at this exact salty reality and see a smoking gun. They use this chemical makeup of our veins to argue that all land animals originally evolved from the primordial sea. They claim our bodies are essentially carrying a physical snapshot of the ocean we left behind hundreds of millions of years ago. But what if science is misinterpreting the evidence? What if the striking, undeniable match between human blood and the ocean exists not because of an evolutionary past, but because of a monumental, prophetic event written down thousands of years ago? To understand the depth of this connection, we first have to look at what mainstream biology actually proposes. According to the evolutionary theory, life began in the sea. For the first few billions of years, every single organism on the planet was entirely aquatic. These primitive cells didn't have hearts, lungs, or complex circulatory systems because they didn't need them. They lived directly in the water, relying on the ocean's unique chemical cocktail to survive, absorbing nutrients, taking in oxygen, and flushing out cellular waste directly into the sea around them. Because of this, their internal cellular chemistry adapted perfectly to an environment heavily dominated by sodium and chloride. When evolutionary scientists want to prove that land creatures eventually crawled out of those seas, they point directly to human blood plasma. If you strip away your red and white blood cells, you are left with plasma, a clear yellowish fluid that makes up over half your total blood volume. For over a century, biologists have noted that the mineral salt and ionic profile of this plasma is a staggering, near identical echo of seawater. The prevailing scientific explanation is simple. When our supposed marine ancestors transitioned to dry land, their cells still strictly required an ocean-like fluid to survive. If they dried out, they died. So the theory states that evolution built a closed container inside the body, trapping a piece of this ancient sea within our veins to keep us alive on land. This fluid connection between the sea and the human body isn't just a theoretical hypothesis on paper. In the early 1900s, a prominent French biologist named René Quinton took this concept to a radical, historic extreme. Quinton hypothesized that marine plasma and animal blood were so fundamentally similar that they were practically interchangeable. In 1904, he set out to prove it through a series of stunning medical experiments. In his laboratory, Quinton took stray dogs and safely drained them of their blood until they were on the absolute brink of biological death. In place of their blood, he transfused the animals with filtered, diluted seawater collected from specific marine currents. According to the historical medical records and observations, the results shocked the scientific community. The dogs didn't just survive the saltwater transfusion, their bodies actively accepted the marine fluid, using it as a biological matrix to rapidly manufacture brand new red blood cells. Within days, the animals made a full, energetic recovery. Encouraged by this success, Quinton went on to open multiple marine clinics across Europe. He utilized filtered seawater, which he called Quinton Marine Plasma, to treat thousands of malnourished children and patients suffering from severe diseases during the cholera epidemics. Mainstream science points to these bizarre historic experiments as absolute proof of our deep ancestral connection to the sea. But there's a massive piece of the puzzle that science completely overlooks.
And the second angel poured out his vial upon the sea, and it became as the blood of a dead man, and every living soul died in the sea. And the third angel poured out his vial upon the rivers and fountains of waters, and they became blood. And I heard the angel of the waters say, Thou art righteous, O Lord, which art and wast and shalt be, because thou hast judged thus. For they have shed the blood of saints and prophets, and thou hast given them blood to drink, for they are worthy.
When you look at the physical evidence through the lens of Scripture, the mystery dissolves. The reason human blood, plasma, and the ocean share such an undeniable, foundational chemical blueprint isn't because humans evolved from primitive marine cells millions of years ago. The connection exists because the oceans themselves hold the literal, physical memory of being turned into blood by divine judgment. Interestingly, the Bible never actually states that the Earth's oceans were originally created salty. My belief is that they became salty over time because they were literally made of blood during these divine judgments. This biblical perspective also perfectly resolves the biggest scientific counter-argument. Skeptics often ask, if our blood and the ocean are supposed to be the same, why is the modern ocean over 3 times saltier than the fluid found in our veins? The answer is found in a mechanism we see surrounding us every single day, the Earth's rain cycle. When the sun heats the ocean, pure, fresh water evaporates into the atmosphere, leaving the heavier elements behind. That fresh water travels inland and falls as rain. This rain relentlessly flushes out the land, rushing through lakes, carving through rivers, and scrubbing continental rocks clean of mineral salts and sodium. Those fresh rivers then carry all of those dissolved minerals right back down, emptying them directly into the sea. Because the ocean is a massive closed basin, it acts as a giant trap. It has been accumulating this mineral runoff, slowly evaporating, becoming increasingly concentrated with salt. If it wasn't for this endless rain cycle constantly adding external minerals and altering the sea's chemistry, the modern ocean and our blood would still be an absolute near perfect match today. The blood didn't change. The ocean did. Science looks at this salt flowing through our veins and concludes that we are connected to an ancient evolutionary past. They see a mirror of the sea and assume that we crawled out of it millions of years ago. But when you align the physical evidence with the scriptural record, a far more stunning realization takes shape. The scientific data isn't fundamentally wrong. They may just have the timeline completely backward. We know that Satan loves to counterfeit, invert, and reverse the truths of the Most High to deceive humanity. By taking this physical evidence of his prophetic judgment and flipping it upside down, the world was given the lie of evolution. Your first instincts might be to reject these ideas because they contradict everything we've been taught. But what if the enemy's greatest trick was making us to look forward to a deception that he had already buried in our past? These pieces of the puzzle have been sitting right in front of us the entire time, written in the very rocks beneath our feet in pages of Scripture. But once you flip the timeline back to its proper order, the entire illusion starts to crumble. What are your thoughts on this incredible connection between our biology and the Scriptures? Do you believe the enemy has reversed the timeline? Let me know your perspective in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into history, science, and faith, and I will see you in the next video.